If there was a game that did not need an introduction, it would be Minecraft. As of February 2023, Minecraft still tops the charts when it comes to best-selling video games.
What did he say?
It's a game that has impacted the childhood of millions, and unlike many pieces of media, it's managed to push past the generational gap and continue to be an integral piece of gaming culture. Something only a select few franchises have managed to do, i.e. Pokemon, Mario, Sonic.
You don't have to be gay.
It's a feat that should be celebrated. I mean, look at the fact that I grew up wearing Creeper shirts in middle school, and that trend is still going on. As previously mentioned, I'm sure the large majority of those watching this video are avid fans, or at the very least, were once absolutely enthralled with this cubed world. I'm the exact same. I had my first Minecraft experience in early 2011 on the Xbox Live Arcade demo version of the game. If you can recognize this screenshot, I absolutely love you. And also, we're slowly getting older. That was nearly 12 years ago. Playing with friends after school, making worlds, and crafting. See what I did there? Memories that I still carry with me to this very day. Minecraft is a game very close to my heart, and will always have a spot in my list of favorite games. But that doesn't mean I played the game consistently throughout that time. As I drifted further and further into my teens, I discovered new hobbies and video games to occupy my time. Sure, I'd still pop back in every now and then whenever a new content update would drop, though usually I'd only play for an hour or two before once again putting the game down. After roughly 2 years of mining and crafting, it became much harder to play the game long term. But every now and then, I get an itch. One that I can't scratch without a pickaxe. Cringy analogies aside, occasionally I'll get a sudden urge to play more Minecraft. The reasons often vary. Sometimes I've watched a few videos, or maybe my friends have started playing again, but the results are always the same. Minecraft once again takes over my life for around a month straight. In that time, I'm totally engrossed and enjoying every single aspect of the game I've been playing for the better part of a decade. Eventually, the game once again grows more repetitive, and soon enough, I don't even want to play the game anymore. Poor Minecraft dog left alone in my unfinished house. It's a strange phenomenon, and it's not limited to Minecraft either. I experienced the same exact thing with the Sims series.
Wicked Whims and Wonderful Whims, both of which I think are incredibly great mods for The Sims 4, one of the most popular mods.
I just have to be in the mood for the game. There isn't any other way to describe it. Now, once again, I'm an idiot, but even I know that this can apply to literally everything. And if you're also a fan of Minecraft, I'm sure you've also fallen victim to the cycle. Though, no matter how many times you go through this song and dance, you'll always end up coming back. Something about Minecraft always pulls us back in. And in today's video, I hope that by going over Minecraft's development and gameplay, we'll get a bit closer to understanding what makes this game so unique when it comes to its contemporaries. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll understand why we always come back to this particular piece of software. I'll try to keep this segment brief, cause I'm sure you've all grown up watching Minecraft fun fact videos in the early 2010s, just like me.
What's up, guys? It is Jack and Ray from AchievementHunter.com.
5 facts.
We are doing 5 facts today.
Cinco facto.
God, that clip hurt. Cause Rooster Teeth is pretty much dead and buried at this point. Minecraft is the creation of the world's best-known Swedish man, Marcus Peterson, otherwise known as Notch. You know, the funny-looking guy who drops an apple when he gets killed in-game. Although, the development of Minecraft was far from the initial goal when Notch started the project. As a matter of fact, he jumped between multiple prototypes, taking elements from other video games and trying to add a unique spin to them. He would work on them for a time before either growing uninterested or unimpressed with the work done. However, one prototype he was working on seemed to stand out from the rest. A little unfinished game you might all know about. Ruby Dung. Ah yes, red shit. This was the game that would, through some classic game development twists and turns, would eventually morph into the blocky sandbox game we all know and love. Ruby Dung originally was an isometric base building game inspired by another indie studio's game called Dwarf Fortress. Unlike that game, however, Notch wanted Ruby Dung to use a camera system similar to the one from Roller Coaster Tycoon. The longer the man worked on this game, the more it slowly started to resemble what would become of it, such as the scrapped first-person mode. Notch experimented with it after getting inspired by Dungeon Master. At the time, however, he thought the graphics were far too pixelated and unappealing, so Ruby Dung omitted that feature for now. As a matter of fact, a few of the textures made for Ruby Dung actually made their way into Minecraft. I don't know, I thought it was kind of interesting. Though it wasn't until Notch played one game that would eventually cause a chain reaction that would lead to literally changing the gaming landscape as we knew it at the time. That game was Infiniminer. Hey, can I copy it? Yeah, but just don't make it look obvious. Jokes aside, it would be a blatant lie to imply that Notch didn't at all, at the very least, take inspiration from Infiniminer when it came to creating Minecraft. Now, I know from a first, gut instinct, this looks like a Minecraft ripoff on the Xbox 360 store, but the dates don't lie, Infiniminer came first. Though that isn't to say Notch is trying to keep the development of Minecraft a secret. Notch held his inspirations very close to chest. And to my knowledge anyway, he hasn't made any claim that it was a totally original concept. More so, it was a culmination of a bunch of other features found in other games. Which, by the way, is not an uncommon practice for game development. Oftentimes, developers will be inspired by something they've played and want to put their own spin on the concept. We can see this from the very beginning, with most first-person shooters being dubbed Doom clones in the 90s. Yeah, that. Doom. And hopefully by now, after my coverage on the first Doom game and mods for said game, you can now understand that creativity, more often than not, comes from ideas sprouted when experiencing another piece of media. This does not automatically turn something into a blatant copy. In relation to Minecraft, Notch took the general sandbox experience found in Infiniminer and added RPG elements to the gameplay formula in order to spice it up. And from there we received the first instances of Minecraft as we knew it. From this janky-ass test footage, what the hell is going on here, to those weird-ass in-game models in the very, very early versions of the game. Okay, look, let's be real here. I just... What is this? Like, I don't even know what the intention of this was. Were these supposed to be characters, or is this like a Steve character where it was once intended to have millions of these things running around? You know what? Forget it. Tangent over. Fast forward a few years, and Minecraft makes its first public debut. Newsflash, it was an immediate hit.
If you are not familiar with this game is amazing. I love this game so much. I've been watching a ton of videos on YouTube. I've been playing a ton of this game. I ran around the Machinima offices today, and I was like, oh my god, everyone, you have to play this game.
Notch's pet project had grown into a gaming phenomenon, and whenever an indie game makes massive waves in the gaming landscape, it's not too long before the larger players in the space try to get in on the action. In 2017, Notch sold Minecraft and Mojang Studios alongside it to Microsoft for a massive $2.5 billion. Jesus Christ, that's more money than I can even fathom. I just hit my desk. Whew. From here on out, things are pretty simple. Microsoft continued to support the active development of content updates for the game, shoehorned in a very egregious microtransaction system, heavily inspired by fellow child-friendly sensation, Roblox. Notch bought the most expensive house in Beverly Hills, and then said some things which got his name removed from the credits. You know, the usual. I'll elaborate a bit more on the modern state of the game towards the end of this video, but in order to properly explain the statement made in my video's title, let's take a deeper look into the basic gameplay loop. Or what I consider to be a detailed look anyway, it's probably missing a lot of stuff. Minecraft has multiple ways of interacting with the world, and no, I'm not just talking about the different difficulty settings, which do drastically affect how the game plays. Peaceful mode is boring, adventure is very specific, and hardcore scares me cause zombies can break down doors. Minecraft has exploded in a similar vein to games like Roblox, and oddly enough, Fortnite now? Kinda crazy. Where the baseline experience isn't necessarily the reason why certain players come to the game. with any game with a heavy emphasis on player-made fun and creativity, comes with it a whole new world of varied and impressive game types, which use the normal gameplay as a jumping off point. Kind of like a mod, although I'm not sure if that statement is correct. It's not like Minecraft is a stranger to modifications though. Of course, I'm talking about multiplayer servers. They've taken on a life of their own at this point. Hypixel, Mineplex, and the like are all known for having a wide range of subgames that take specific aspects of the normal game and turn it on its head. Intense PvP experiences like Hunger Games.
You should have seen my last Hunger Game.
Or something far more casual and less scream-inducing, like building competition. And that's hardly scratching the surface. There are numerous other minigames and fun alternatives to the typical survival sandbox. Off the top of my head, I can think of TNT Run, Prop Hunt, and for some reason, Super Smash Bros. Sorry. Super Smash Mobs. If that's not an indication of how fun some of these servers can be, Lord help me, I don't know what will. However, that is definitely not the focus of what I'm going to be discussing today. We're going to be doing a slightly in-depth analysis on my thoughts on survival mode, the very same game mode that is likely to be everyone's first experience with the game, whether that be from first-hand experience or from watching one of the millions of Let's Plays on the internet.
And I want wood. That's what she said.
Oh yeah, trust me. We're definitely going to talk about YouTube videos later in this video. The first thing you see upon spawning in is, well, nothing. As long as you haven't chosen to spawn in with a starter chest. Which, by the way, if you're someone who does play the game with a starting chest, I've got just a place for you. Get in. But after basking in this wonderfully lonely view, the first thing you'll need to do is gather some materials. You'll probably start off by giving the closest tree the 1-2 punch combo until your knuckles are fucking bleeding because holy shit, you just chopped down a tree with your bare hands! Turn that newly acquired wood into planks through Minecraft's easy-to-navigate menu and UI system. And if you want to be a pussy and not deal with manually placing the materials into the appropriate order, you can just open up a side menu and have it done for you. Anyway, from there you use the planks to make a crafting table. The crafting table is hands down, more than likely, the most useful block/tool menu system. It's the most important thing you're going to be using in this game. You will always come back to the crafting table to craft any myriad of things, whether that be dealing with redstone and its vast systems, or just simple weapons and armor. You will always come back to the crafting element of this game. Game's not called Minecraft for no reason. Anyway, back to my first-person presentation type thing. Somewhere during the tool creation process, you'll also need to get some food to stave off hunger and facilitate health regeneration. And since you beat a tree into submission, why not a pig? As well as hopefully coming across some coal ore, which you can mine with a stone pick. But if your RNG luck with spawn is crappy, we have a workaround, though you'll need to grab some wood blocks and not turn them into planks, because you'll need to smelt them in a furnace to create charcoal, which you'll only really need to do when you start a game. Seriously, by the time you start delving into dark caves, you will be swimming in coal. Okay, can I just point out how pointless charcoal is? This is really the only practical application for it, to my knowledge. I mean, I think you can use it to dye stuff, but I didn't even look that up. That's not in the script. By now, the sun has started to set, and while the world was generating on the main menu, you saw the message on the bottom screen mention that monsters come out at night. Monsters are scary, and so is the dark. So we're gonna need to acquire some shelter and light sources pronto. Depending on how you like to play, there are two options really. Slap together a tiny hut with any random blocks you've acquired, or make your way to the nearest hillside, carve out a decent-sized opening inside, and boom! You've got what I consider to be the best way to start your Minecraft game. Although, I can't lie, there is something strangely wholesome about a shitty-looking dirt house in the middle of a forest. But mining into a cliffside is usually better, because you'll obtain plenty of cobblestone in which you can use to upgrade your tools and, not die if you happen to be faced with a zombie or a skeleton. From here on out, the world is yours to do with as you please. Explore every nook and cranny of the darkest caves, or spend your time on a rowboat, filling out an entire filing cabinet's worth of world maps. Build a dick, I don't care.
Is it a giant?
Minecraft lets you do whatever you want. It's also what I consider to be the key to Minecraft's longevity over the years. That's right folks, the PNG on your screen is not a miner. I'm actually a builder. Since the game allows you to mine and collect every block in some way, you're then able to place them anywhere you wish. Think of it as the digital equivalent to a box full of Legos. There is literally nothing stopping you from creating anything you want, aside, of course, from your own imagination. Sure, most of us will be content with crafting any half-decent looking box to store our valuables in, but if you put some time into it, you'll end up with some pretty damn good looking builds. Myself, whenever I play the game, I like to have a fairly modest looking home, usually built from oak wood planks and outlined with wooden logs to add some variety. Though, depending on my mood, I'll opt to use cobblestone instead. If there's no clear patch of flat land nearby, I usually make one myself. Then I shove a few wooden fences into the dirt, and boom! This is where my livestock will be held. You know, never know when I'm gonna need some
living material after all.
Oh yeah, and somewhere close by I'll grow some crops. And depending on if I've given up on fighting the Ender Dragon for what has got to be the 100th time, I'll make the garden a bit more elegant by adding some glass walls around to create my weird looking greenhouse. Before you say it, yes, that's right. I've actually never fought the Ender Dragon myself. The closest I've ever gotten to a legit attempt was piggybacking off my friend's completely legitimate run. I don't come here to explore mines or fight the most fearsome foe. I play Minecraft to flex my creative muscles, create unique towns, or fiddle with the complex redstone system. Essentially, what I've managed to accomplish here with my little world showcase is the equivalent of a child showing you a stick figure drawing.
I mean, what the hell is it supposed to be, a pelican or a school bus?
Looks like Muhammad Ali drew this.
What a dumbass.
Especially when compared to some of the things the Minecraft community has created. These minuscule creations might as well be non-existent. What if I told you that a dedicated group of players created a one-to-one recreation of the entirety of Denmark? Would you believe me? Now what if I added that a group of griefers ransacked the server and started planting American flags all over the place? I wonder if they had some oil tucked away somewhere. Seriously though, look up absolutely anything you can think of, and you'll find a variant of it created in Minecraft. Significant landmarks, locations from video games and films, entire from the ground up reconstructions of Earth as we know it. And just don't tell the Americans.
Hi.
Hey, just want to put this in here so you guys don't comment it. You might notice a bit of a mic quality disparity here. Not sure why that happened considering I'm using the same microphone. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it better. Regardless, I'm gonna sound a little bit different, but I hope you guys keep watching. Minecraft has been in our lives for over a decade now. What started off as a simple indie game has expanded into the best-selling video game of all time.
What did he say?
The numbers don't lie, folks. That shit's crazy. Now, after the official launch of the game, Minecraft has continued to release updates over the years, adding new mobs, new blocks, and hopefully one day a new dimension. I don't care what they said, I'm going to be optimistic. Though, for now I just suppose we'll have to be content with the massive overhaul to the overworld in the Caves and Cliffs update, which was released in late 2021. Completely altering the way Minecraft handled its random generation process for creating worlds. And it's undeniably impressive. It shakes up the core formula far better than any update previously added to the game. Although, and I don't know if this is just me, but I think I prefer the old caves. Yeah, they were boring and incredibly simplistic, but that was Minecraft for me. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. The new mountains and caves are great. More content is always better than less. Though, there was something nice about the caves of old that I feel has gone missing with this last update. Also, wardens are the scariest thing I've ever seen. Included deep inside the new caves, you have the chance of encountering a new biome known as the Deep Dark. Horrible in the best ways possible, and that's where you'll find ancient cities, fascinating ruins of a lost civilization, guarded by the strongest mob in all of Minecraft. Yep, they can kill you faster than the Ender Dragon. So, yeah, don't fuck with it. These new updates are great and are a sign that the creative spirit within Mojang hasn't broken yet. But Bedrock's monetization makes me want to die. For those of you not in the loop, Bedrock Edition is a version of Minecraft which popped up in 2017. The main selling point for this version of the game was complete and total cross-platform compatibility. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and lo and behold, Android phones! We can all play together now. Which is, in all honesty, a net positive. It's one of the only good things to come from modern gaming.
Booted up my PC, cause I need to get that Fortnite Battle Pass.
However, Minecraft Bedrock does also seem to serve another purpose, feeding the player base a copious amount of microtransactions. Now, technically there have always been DLC for Minecraft's console versions, in the forms of skin packs, texture packs, and mashup packs, which I didn't know existed before. As the title says, they're essentially just a combination of the two previous ones listed. However, these systems do not behave similarly at all. The one in Legacy editions of Minecraft is far more simple than the ones in place inside Bedrock. Back in the day, all you had to do was pay with your credit card, and boom! The content was yours. Quick, clean, and to the point. Meanwhile, in Bedrock, you have to buy a specific type of currency, which you can only buy in predetermined amounts that actually force you to buy more than you realistically need. Does that sound familiar?
I finally got V-Bucks.
To play devil's advocate for a moment, the content on offer within Bedrock has been greatly expanded. More or less, the store serves to repackage and allow mod authors to make a living off their creations. Things like new weapons, armor, vehicles, and much more are readily available should you be willing to cough up some extra dough. And I hate to admit it, but some of these things sound quite cool. I'd love to take a deep dive into the Bedrock storefront one day, but as of right now, the only thing I've purchased was a world generation template, turning the game into Skyblocks. That's actually pretty cool. And obviously, the biggest downside for this for console players is the fact that if you have Java, you can do all of this for fucking free. Microsoft is obviously going to push microtransactions onto the largest player base full of children since it's the most readily accessible. Anyway, yeah, I don't think you're going to find many people willing to defend the awful V-Buck style ripoff system in place. Minecraft's acquisition has allowed Mojang to create spin-offs, and they are interesting? Starting with Minecraft Story Mode, there have been many spin-offs released over the years, with another one releasing soon called Minecraft Legends. Honestly, it might already be out by the time I finish this video. Truth be told, I haven't really played too much of any of these, at least not enough to form a solid opinion about them. But I can safely say that they don't seem to pay much homage to the original game, aside from its art style anyway. The only one I've sunk a decent amount of time into has been Minecraft Dungeons, and I can safely say that it's a game. Also, this is completely unrelated, but the guy who wrote the novel for World War Z also wrote a Minecraft novel, and there was an audiobook made for a Minecraft book as well, narrated by Bowser.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
I just think that's great. Now that the semi-interesting facts are out of the way, let's get into the biggest factor that plays into supporting Minecraft's legacy on the internet: YouTubers. Since launching its beta in 2010, YouTubers big and small have been creating a ton of content for this game. Videos which would later introduce and inspire an entire generation of kids and teenagers to pick up the games for themselves. I seem to recall watching Anders and his friends play the game back in 2012, and that alongside a few recommendations from an old friend named Gavin on the school bus, I decided to pick up the Xbox 360 edition of the game, and then proceeded to call my brother a bitch because he built a bigger tower than me. My story is far from unique. I'm sure thousands of people have a story nearly identical to my own. Minecraft's legacy has been linked deeply with YouTubers making content around the game since its inception. A tradition that is still going strong to this day, with some of the most popular YouTubers being Minecraft creators. Tommy Innit, Technoblade, rest in peace, and of course, the Mask Guy. But I don't watch any of them, cause I'm not gay. So instead, I'm gonna talk about the Minecraft scene back when I was like 10. While creativity has been and always be a constant in anything related to Minecraft, back in the day, things were much simpler. And this goes with the whole general progression of YouTube as a whole. Nowadays, we expect highly edited and well put together videos. 2010 YouTube, meanwhile, record your TV? Yep, that's good enough. The content could range anywhere from typical Let's Plays, which I plan to make on my second channel, by the way, plug, to scripted machinima, customized minigames as previously mentioned, and roleplay. Not talking chains and whips or, furry fart.
And then,
more like a teen drama with tons of bait for people who like to ship characters together. I actually watched quite a bit of these. My favorites as a kid were My Street by Afmao, and one of the hundreds of high school drama roleplays. I actually voice acted in a Minecraft roleplay before.
I can finally challenge Tom.
Me? Why? This doesn't exist, don't go looking for it. Which, by the way, apparently Skyda's Minecraft also made a Minecraft roleplay series? Why did no one tell me about this? I don't have much else to say about this since I didn't watch the actual series, but it's just weird. Wait a second. He does what? I didn't think the PTSD ran that deep. I am so sorry for that joke. It was really funny at 5 a.m. Yeah, it's a sad reality we live in, but many of the online personalities we grow up watching have done some seriously heinous things. I'm sure I don't need to say anything about Lionmaker and Basherverse. You've been on the internet, you know what they've done. And with a game advertised to children, there is very real cause for alarm here. But thankfully, at least in terms of the creators I grew up watching, they have stayed good people. I actually posted a YouTube poll a few months back. Holy God, I am so sorry this video has taken so long. Asking who you guys considered to be the best Minecraft YouTuber of that time period. And aside from a shockingly high amount of you asking why I didn't include popular MMO, I'm sorry, I just didn't really watch them all that often. I mean, after all, most of these guys were in Minecraft story mode. But it is my honor to announce the unanimous king of old school Minecraft YouTubers. Dan TDM.
Go make me a sandwich!
Not a bad pick at all. He's an all-around great guy and a very entertaining watch for younger me. Although, and it feels weird to mention this again, I really only watched him play Minecraft story mode. I wonder when I'm gonna make this video, huh? Personally, if I was, voting on this poll, I would have picked Stampy. It would have been Sky, but... At the end of this long-winded and more than likely incoincidental rambling of a video essay, I just wanted to leave you all with one thing in mind. No matter how much new content the developers throw in, the main driving force behind Minecraft has, and will always be the creativity of the community. Whether that be in the form of a building you like, or some fantastic community-made mod. This endless well of creative expression is hands down Minecraft's greatest asset. Though it's for that very same reason that longtime players seem to have formed this cyclical relationship with this game. Simply put, creativity can't last indefinitely. Burnout is a very real phenomenon, take me for example, that I'm sure we've all experienced at one time or another. Even if you love something to death, if you do nothing but play it for months upon months on end, you'll run out of things to do. The activities will feel repetitive, and overall, you just won't be enjoying yourself. But after taking a step back, allowing yourself to experience new things, and simply letting time pass, you'll feel an itch. A nostalgic craving that can only be itched with a pickaxe. Mic drop, video over, let's go! Hey guys, JustinDG here for the end of video YouTuber rant segment. Although, with this video especially, it kind of feels like that's been the whole thing. I've been really trying to work on coming off more cohesive and concise with my arguments. But Minecraft was kind of hard to talk about. Because we all know what it is, so it's kind of hard to decide what to discuss and what not to discuss. How in depth I wanted to go. At the end of the day, I feel like my points came across. Maybe they didn't come across that well, but hey, now you know what I think about Minecraft. For those of you who followed my channel from the Doom reviews, don't worry, we're getting back to that series with Doom 2 coming out next month. That's right, I took a 2-month break, but I'm back, baby! Let's get this YouTuber grind going. Also, if you'd like to watch me just shout while playing video games, go on over to my second channel, JustinDG Stuff. I just uploaded a video of me playing zombies, and you know what? I think it's pretty fun. With that being said, guys, my name is JustinDG, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.